Welcome back to your class, and now we're looking at area of squares and rectangle. Now again, we have done with perimeter, and now we are focusing on area. But what is an area? Area is actually the amount of space taken up by an object. Now, when we talk about perimeter is talking about the outer length, here, for example. But area is talking about this whole part that is being taken up. That is called area. Okay? And now let's look at this example. Here say what? These figures are drawn on 1 cm square grid. Find their area. Now, example, this is a square. If here is 1 cm, if here is 1 cm, and we know, right, how do we find the area of square and rectangle? Basically, they have the same formula. We base times the height. So basically, here is 1, here is 1. So we have 1 cm times 1 cm. And we find out the answer is 1 cm square. So this area is actually 1 cm square. So in a way that we can understand is, whenever there is a 1 cm square grid, the number of boxes that we count basically is the number of, or the area of the object. So for example, I know there's 1 cm square, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I know this is 15 cm square. So the number of boxes is actually the area of the object. This is given in the case of 1 cm square grid. Okay, is only in 1 cm square grid. Okay, let's try to count area of object B. Area of object B: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So another is 21 cm square. Okay. Now, what if I change the question to be a 2 cm square grid? 2 cm square grid means what? Means that here will be 2 cm, here will be 2 cm. So the area here will be 2 times 2, which is 4 cm square. So means that, example, if I have something like this, I say this is shaded, this is shaded, this is shaded, this is shaded, then what would it be? I will count 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of such 4 cm square. So it will be 4 times 4, 16 cm square. So this is something you need to be very careful. If the question say 1 cm square grid, simple. If the question say 2 cm square grid or other number, then you need to be very careful. Okay? But anyway, let's come back to something a bit simple. If I have a square, if I have a rectangle, example, if I have a square, here say it's 4 cm. So what will be the area here? 4 times 4, which is 16. Example, if I have a rectangle, I say here is 3 cm, I say here is maybe 7 cm. So what will be the area here? 3 times 7, which is 21 cm square. The same thing if I were to ask you for the side, then what you need to do basically is to divide. Let me give you another example. So example, I have a square here, I have a rectangle here. I tell you, the area of this square is actually 64 cm square. How would you be able to find what is the side here? Again, if you don't know this, please remember this. This 64 is actually a perfect square. Again, this is for the perfect square. Why? Because the same number is a number multiplying itself to get that number. That's why it's called perfect square. And what can I do to find out what is on the side is I need to square root 64. So just get your calculator and square root. Just put the square root 64 and you will find out it's 8. Because 8 times 8 is 64, right? That's why here is 8 cm. Okay? Now, example, if I tell you this length is maybe 6 cm. I need to find out what is the length here. And I tell you the area is 24 cm. So what can you do? Rectangle, simple and straightforward. We just use 24 divided by 6. Then the answer is 4 cm. So here is 4 cm. So again, when it comes to the area of squares and rectangles, you will see questions that ask for area and square, area of square or area of rectangle, or they will give you the answer instead and ask you to find the length of the side. So this kind of take note is something that is kind of simple, but it's important to make sure you get it right in the exam. Okay, and that's all for me for this part, and thank you. See you. Bye bye.